a lot of our viewers watching us right now, they want to know what mistakes should they avoid to be successful. The ratio, as you said, is quite low, but then whoever makes it big. So what kind of mistakes should you avoid to become a successful trader?
Well, sometimes somebody makes it big, but they don't hold on to it. So it's very important how you frame that. Just because they made it big, so many give it back very quickly. The three biggest mistakes most traders make, short-term day traders. They trade too early in the morning. If you're within yesterday's range, you want to have patience. Let the market chop. And if you're outside of yesterday's range, you may want to trade early because you're out of balance. So if you're in yesterday's range, you're fairly well in balance, you want to have some patience. If you're outside of yesterday's range, the chance for a big day are much higher. So the first mistake so many traders make is being too anxious to trade in the morning. Second thing they do is they trade too often. I look for 2, maybe 3 trades a day. A lot of these traders are looking for 5, 10 trades a day. They have a false idea of what trading is. So the first trade is trading too early in many cases. Second trade is trading too much. And the third big mistake they make is putting their stops too tight. They believe that they're being prudent by having a tight stop, when in fact they're not, because when you add up a series of losses where you've got stopped out, you've got the loss itself, the spread between the bid and the offer, and all the transaction costs, and it gets quite expensive.
So do you have any formula for stop? How tight or how wide your stop should be?
No, I don't. It would be far too complicated to discuss right here. I use the market profile to identify market structure, and I try and place my stops near some place that would violate the market structure. And I believe that the best way to control risk is to understand market structure and where you should place your stop. The worst stop you can use is just a money stop, saying I'll risk this or I'll risk that. That's just a random event. And the second worst thing people do is they say, okay, they have a trade and the trade starts to work. They psychologically move their stop to break even. And that sounds sensible to them. It's actually a terrible thing to do because it's random. You know, where they got in has no importance to the market. But those are the things people do to help defeat themselves.
Okay, so that's about the 3 big mistakes that you should avoid. You would have interacted with a lot of traders who have been successful. You yourself have been an extremely successful trader. What is the biggest quality of a successful trader? The biggest positive quality?
When I had a discount futures trading firm, I searched very hard to look for the traits of a successful trader. And it varies considerably. You have some traders that are very good at trading relationships. You have some traders that are very good at trading options. And then you have some traders that they just try and buy and sell. The ones that just try and buy and sell, they don't have much of an edge. They need to understand the market. They need to understand who they are and trade not what I would trade, not what you would trade, but what they're comfortable with. If they're not comfortable with the trade, then they're not going to have the confidence to stay with it. So preparation, we spend a lot of time telling people that they should prepare. They should prepare every day by looking at the monthly chart, monthly bar, weekly bar, daily bar, then the market profile. And each day they should spell out in writing 3 potential scenarios that could happen the next day. And then you got a fighting chance. The worst trader is a trader that has only one idea. He may get lucky today, but there's too much randomness in the market. As you and I talked in the cab, it was very random that Warren Buffett came in and bought $1 billion worth of Apple. you don't know that's going to happen. And if you don't have contingency plans for the unexpected, now you're just lost. And now you're scrambling, and when you scramble, you do some really silly things.
Okay, now let's move to slightly lighter side of things. Trading is supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be one of the most stressful jobs. How do you relax? How do you take time out from such stressing activity to sort of get the fun part or enjoy yourself?
Well, I'm not sure that I would say it's fun, but it is a question of relaxing. And one of the things that I do is I sit back. A lot of traders, you will find them hunched over their machine like this. I sit back. In fact, an individual that's a tennis pro came one day to my house, and he said, "Jim, you're taking a landscape view," meaning I'm back taking a broad view. And that allows me to have a pretty good idea of what's going on overall. So many traders are over the machine like this. They're looking at ladders and bid and offer spreads, and their sight gets so narrow that they can't see the bigger picture. So by being relaxed and sitting back, I'm more relaxed and it's more comfortable. I wouldn't say fun, but more comfortable.
Okay, so that's how you sort of relax yourself during trading. But what else? I mean, what else do you enjoy in life?
I do a lot of fishing.
Okay.
I do a lot of fishing. It puts me on the river. It puts me on a lake. And I don't think about anything else when I'm doing it. Surprisingly, some of my best ideas come when I'm fishing.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about anything. The mind is free, and all of a sudden, something will come to my mind. I do some writing. I've got 2 books out there, and I write a newsletter. I don't anymore. But a lot of those ideas come when I'm not looking for the ideas. It's almost trend-like. You relax, and there it is.
Tell me one thing, Jim. From here on, where do you see life for you? I mean, you're 75 now. You've been an ace trader. You've been an ace salesman. You're retiring now. But what next?
I don't know. I like to read. I like to fish. We're going to leave shortly. We're going to take about a 7-week road trip through the western United States, up through California, Oregon, Wyoming, Montana, and then back down through Utah. So for right now, we're just going to get in the car. We're going to go, and then we've taken a couple of Road Scholar trips, which is a tour group. And we're just going to see what happens.
Okay. Any idea that you'll come back to trading? You think you'll come back?
I don't think. I will always trade, but I don't think trading as a business. I will trade myself because I enjoy trading. But I think the business portion of it, where I work with other people, I don't think so.
Jim, thank you so much for taking time out and talking.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.